Assalamu'alaykum UmmahFam, and welcome to another video on entrepreneurship. In this video, I want to really condense a lot of the teachings that I've been sharing across our channel into one really almost a mini masterclass to really help you uncover and really develop a deeper understanding in regards to what is really getting in your way when it comes to achieving your goals, building your business or growing your business to where it needs to be, and why you feel perhaps stuck where you are right now, or if you are stuck in kind of the same position, you've been in the same position for a number of years or a number of months, and you feel like you're not really advancing, you're not really getting to the point that you want to be in life. There's a multitude of reasons usually and a multitude of factors that are at play. It's never one single answer. But what I want to do today in this video, I want to keep this short and sweet, and I really want to condense, almost make a mini masterclass of what it requires for you in terms of understanding and in terms of objectives that you should look at when you want to achieve a certain goal, when you want to level up in life or in business, and when you really want to build a better future for yourself. And we know through our Islamic traditions that as Muslims, we should constantly be on a journey of self-improvement. We are told that we must work for our akhirah, right, as if we were to pass away tomorrow, and we must work for our dunya as if we were to live forever. And when it is said to work for our dunya, it doesn't mean, just simply attaining wealth or financial freedom, but it also means spiritually and personally to constantly be in a journey of self-growth and self-improvement. In fact, being in a place where you are letting yourself go and you are almost at a decline in life is honestly un-Islamic, because as Muslims, we should always be striving to take care of our health and our bodies, which are an amana, a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should be striving to improve our lives and the lives of those around us, because that is what Islam is all about. And we should be striving to always really leave the earth and leave where we passed through the earth better than when we found it, right? We want to leave behind a legacy of positive impact and change. And so what does that require? Because if you are in a straight line, okay, if you are essentially kind of going through life and going through the motions right now, okay, and you're essentially, every day is pretty much like similar to the previous, and there are no changes. Well, what is actually happening is that you are actually going downhill. Okay, what stagnation is depreciation. When you stagnate, you're actually going downhill. And so you're either going up or you're going down. There's no such thing as staying in the middle, right? Because even think about it when it comes to like your finances or your job. Let's say you're getting paid 80K a year. Well, 80K a year today is, as we all know, in 2022, when this is being filmed, is worth way less than 80K 3 or 4 years ago because of inflation and everything that happened due to the pandemic, due to the economic crisis, and a host of other things. So how do we get around that? How do we what are the things that we need to keep in mind when it comes to achieving our goals and really building a better future for ourselves and getting to where we want to be? And what are perhaps the obstacles in our way that we should be conscious of and overcome? So you are at point A right now. Okay, so you are here. I'm just going to draw a little circle. Okay, and now this is not drawing very well. It doesn't show up that well on camera, but hopefully you guys get the gist. So you are here in point A. And we want to get you to point B, which also doesn't really show up. So I don't know if I'm going to be using this board. Okay, there you go. There you go. This is a bit better. All right, so we got the circle here. Let me redraw this. Okay. Okay, so we are here in point A. We want to get to point B in life, okay? Now, generally people think that all it takes is setting a goal and pursuing it. So they're in the current situation where they are, and they have this vision for their lives or their future, and they want to essentially maybe build a business. They want to, maybe level up in their lives, improve their their health and fitness, their relationships, whatever it is they want to improve. There are things that they want to achieve in life that they aren't necessarily or haven't necessarily achieved yet. Okay. Now, for most people that I speak to, I'm going to talk about this from the context of business and entrepreneurship, because this is what this channel is about. From the context of business and entrepreneurship, okay, when you have a goal that you've set for yourself, maybe you're here and you're working a job right now, or you already maybe started dabbling in business and you didn't really, get the traction and the success that you want or that you need. And you're wondering why you're stuck. You're wondering why you're unable to really hit your goals. and get to where you want to be? What could be causing this? Well, there's a few factors at play whenever we set a goal for ourselves in business or in life, okay? So the first factor that you really want to be mindful of, and what's probably getting in your way right now, is number one, your beliefs, okay? So I know this doesn't really show very well, but essentially what this says is beliefs, okay? So your beliefs. Now, what do I mean, religious beliefs? No. What I mean by that is your beliefs about yourself, okay? So what is going to, essentially you want to get here, from here to here, but it's kind of like a bridge if I were to draw it here. And on this bridge, there is almost like a barrier, a gate, okay? And this gate has 3 parts to it, okay? 3 parts, okay? So 1 gate, 2 gates, 3 gates. Let's do it that way, okay? For you to go from A to B, okay, where you are to where you want to be, there are 3 gates that need to open for you to be able to cross the bridge and really get to where you want to be, achieve your goals, build that business, make the impact that you want, help millions of people, whatever it is that you want to do, inshallah. You need to cross that bridge from where you are right now, your current situation. Maybe you're unsatisfied in your current job or unsatisfied with where you are in life, and you know you could be doing more, you could be achieving more, you could be impacting more. And there are 3 gates on that bridge towards that goal that need to open for you to be able to reach your goals and actualize your vision. Now, the first gate is your beliefs, which we just mentioned right now. Now, what do I mean by your beliefs, okay? And I apologize, I'm sweating a little bit because it's actually really hot here right now in Canada. So the first one is your beliefs. And what I mean by that is your beliefs about yourself, okay? The first gate that has to open when it comes to you going from point A to point B is really you believing that you are even capable of achieving point B, right? If you don't believe that you're even capable of being the person that can achieve point B, of being able to reach this destination, then this gate will remain closed and you will never achieve it, okay? So even if you have all the other, what happens here in this situation is that all 3 gates need to be open for you to go from point A to point B. Now, if any one of these gates is closed, you will not be able to achieve it, okay? The first gate is beliefs. And if you don't believe that you are capable of achieving your goals, you are capable of building that, 7 or 8 figure business and impacting millions of lives. If you don't believe that you can get your business to where it needs to be or even start that successful business that you want to go for, then this gate will remain closed and you will never get there, even if you have everything else figured out. If you don't believe that you can do it, you won't do it. You will not be able to do it, okay? So the first thing is beliefs. And one thing that I want to stress, well, how do we build the belief? Okay, how do we build the belief? This marker doesn't work that well, unfortunately. How do we build the belief? Well, the key to building this belief in ourselves is that this belief cannot be built, okay, but with complacency. This belief cannot be built by simply sitting where you are on the couch or in your living room and thinking about, thinking yourself, convincing yourself that you are capable. This belief, okay, this belief is made by you controlling your inner thoughts and your self-talk and by you actually taking the actions necessary to move forward, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? If I didn't believe, let's use a very simple example. If I wanted to play basketball, okay, and I've never played basketball before. I've never touched the ball. I've never dribbled the ball. And I've never, shot a ball to a hoop. And I've never had any of those experiences. Now, someone were to come to me and tell me, you know what, Abby, there's this really cool sport that, it's a great time. You're going to have lots of fun. And it's called basketball. And you take this ball and you dribble it and you can shoot it into a hoop, right? Now, if I were to sit in my living room and think to myself, okay, basketball sounds fun. I think I can play this sport. I mean, I kind of I've seen the NBA on TV. I know other people are capable of dribbling the ball and putting it into a hoop. It's something that humans are capable of, right? So if other humans are capable of doing that, why won't I be capable? Okay, so that makes sense. But ultimately, if I sit on the couch and kind of think myself into believing that I can do it, I sure can convince myself, but I might not internally believe that I can do it until I get on the court, I grab the ball, I dribble it on the field, and I shoot it in the hoop, right? Until I take that action, I'm not going to internally believe and have the confidence that, I can really get there, right? The only way that I'm going to believe that I can actually play that sport is when I actually go and play the sport. What does that mean? It means that the only way that you're going to overcome this belief is, number one, you have to limit your negative self-talk. And when you sit down and tell yourself, I can't do this, any vocabulary that includes the word I can't should be eliminated from your life. Okay? Man, this is really annoying because this marker doesn't work. This marker doesn't work. Okay, so it looks like my marker gave out in the middle of the video, which is super inconvenient. Let me pause this video and see if I can get a better marker. Okay, we got a red marker. The words I can't should be eliminated from your vocabulary. So whenever you get the thought of moving forward into entrepreneurship, making that investment into a program or course so you can get started building your business, get the necessary knowledge and support and training to take those first steps, well, you're never going to be able to move forward if you're telling yourself in your mind, I can't do this, right? If there's a little voice in your mind that says, I can't, I'm unable to, you will not be able to actually achieve the goals that you want to achieve. If you tell yourself, I can't play basketball, well, then you won't play basketball, right? It's simple. It's a very simple metaphor that I'm creating here, but it's just to illustrate the simplicity of this concept and the fact that the only way that you're going to get these beliefs, number one, is you have to really apply yourself, practice the task or the art or the profession at hand. When it comes to believing in your ability to build a business, you have to start working towards building a business. If you sit on the couch and think about, can I do this or can I not? Obviously, you're going to think that you can't do it because you've never done it before. You don't know what it's like. You've never given it a shot. You've never experienced yourself hitting milestones and progressing towards building your business to where it needs to be. And so you're always going to think internally that you can't do it. Even though you see other people achieving success online, really getting to the place that you want to get to, making the income that you want to make, you're never going to believe you can do it until you take the first step. And the first step can only be taken when you eliminate this word from your vocabulary, which is I can't. We eliminate this word from our vocabulary. The first gate that has to open is the beliefs. We have to believe that we can achieve our goals, and that will be the first gate that opens to allow us to cross this bridge towards point B. Now, what is the second gate? Okay, so the second gate that has to open, okay, is going to be your skills, okay? The second gate that has to open for you to go from point A to point B, once you have taken care of the gate of belief, the second gate is the gate of skills. You actually need the skills to accomplish the goal that you've set out to accomplish. So when it comes to building $1 million business, when it comes to impacting millions of lives, in the context of entrepreneurship, when it comes to, hiring 20 people on your team and really scaling up your operations, when it comes to improving your company culture, any goal that you set for yourself to get to where you need to be, one of the things that you'll need, of course, we talked about the beliefs, is going to be these skills. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you learn skills by sitting on the couch watching TV? The answer is probably no. Do you learn skills by thinking about doing something? The answer is also no. How do you learn skills? Think about the last time you learned something. What did you do? Did you go and get someone else who already knew the skill to teach you and show you the way? Most likely you did. Right? Most likely you didn't know how to do something and someone else showed you the way. You didn't know how to cook a certain meal and you got the recipe online. Put 2 grams of sugar, put 3, cups of flour, put, 3 eggs in here, put, vanilla cream or whatever. And you got the recipe to make the cake, right? When it comes to skills, what we need is the recipe. And the only person that can give us this recipe is someone else who's already done it, okay? The only way you can acquire the skills that are needed to achieve the goal that you want to achieve in business or in life is by acquiring the recipe from someone else who's already achieved that goal, okay? It is not, one thing that I want to add is that it is not by going and consulting someone else who hasn't achieved this goal. If I'm trying to build a 7-figure online coaching business, I'm not going to go and ask my friend who works a corporate job as an accountant how to build a 7-figure online coaching business. His answer is going to be don't build a coaching business, go get an accounting job. Thank you very much. That's not the advice that I'm looking for. What I need to know is, how do I get the skills to build a 7-figure coaching business? The only person or people that can show me how to build a 7-figure coaching business are other people who have built a 7-figure coaching business. Why? Because if they've crossed the bridge already, they have the recipe required to cross the bridge. They have the recipe, right? The skills that you need, you can buy. That is the most beautiful thing about the world today. Think about it. If someone wants to be a doctor, what do? They invest in a college and university education where there are teachers who will give them and teach them, this is what you need to be a doctor. These are all the things you need to know about. This is how you treat a patient. These are all the sicknesses and illnesses that you can treat, etc., etc. Now, why would you think that business is any different? Why would you think that you can go out on your own and build a 7-figure business by, going through the motions and figuring it out? If you had a parent, a spouse, a relative that was up and for surgery, right? They had to undergo a surgery. Maybe they broke their arm, maybe they broke their leg, and they had to go and do a surgery. And the doctor showed up and told you, hey, we're about to go in and do the surgery. And I'll be completely honest with you. I've never done the surgery before. I've also not gone to school. I'm actually not even a doctor, but I'm going to go in and I'll slice open your relative's leg or arm and I'll figure it out. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. There's a bone, there's some muscle, I'll figure it out. Now, why? Obviously, you would probably run the other way. You would take your relative and you would go and find another hospital and a proper doctor to go and complete the surgery. Isn't that correct? Well, why is it that when it comes to building a business, all of a sudden we have zero willingness to get the recipe and we think we can figure it all out on our own? I just want to tell you guys, building Ummahpreneur over the last 3 years, I've built 3 businesses right now. I've sold my first 2. I'm going to tell you right now that the only way that I've been able to achieve these milestones, and even to this day, the biggest thing that I've constantly had to do is invest in my skills, is invest in programs, invest in mentorship, get the coaching, get the training to always reach the next milestone, because there will always be more things that you need to do that you just don't know how to do. And if you were trying to figure everything out yourself, it would take you years, maybe 20, maybe 30 to reach your goals. Whereas if you had the right recipe, you had the right blueprint, you had the right coach and mentor, it would take you 2 months instead of 20 years. So that is the key. Number 2 is these skills. Okay, number 3, gate. This video is getting longer than I want it to be, so let's keep this short and sweet. The number 3 gate that has to open, one that people don't often talk about. Oh, you guys can't see this? Okay, you can. So the number 3 gate that has to open is your traits. Your character traits, you as a person, how you operate, your habits, your discipline, right? Even if you have all the skills and even if you have the beliefs, you believe that you can do it, you have the skills necessary to do it. If you do not have the discipline to apply yourself, you will not be able to cross the bridge. Okay, let me say that again. If you believe that you can achieve your goals, and if you have the skills necessary to achieve them, but you do not have the discipline to apply yourself every day towards achieving your goals, you, my friend, will not be able to cross the bridge. Why? Because that gate is still closed. What did I say? Every single gate needs to be open. And I want you to watch this video and really think to yourself, what are the gates that I have closed right now, and where should I get help? Okay? If your gate is beliefs, you need to just really revert all that negative and limiting self-talk that you have within you that says, I can't do it, I can't achieve that goal, I can't build that business, even though there's hundreds, if not thousands of others who've done it before. So why can't you? Why can't you? So number 1, you have to overcome this negative self-talk and you have to apply yourself, and you will only understand and build that confidence once you really apply yourself to build your business. Number 2, these skills. Okay, it is important for you to go and find someone who's already done what you're trying to do and get the recipe. Number 3, the traits. What do you need to do there? It is important to build habits that are conducive to success and really that are high performance habits that will get you to where you need to be. What does that mean? That means eating right. That means sleeping right. That means exercising and moving right. Okay, the 3 foundational and fundamental elements of any high performance person are these 3 areas. Number 1, they have to eat right. Number 2, they have to sleep right. Number 3, they have to move every single day. Exercise, move. Movement brings energy. Eating. Are you eating sugars? Are you eating a lot of flour? Are you eating a lot of carbs? Or are you eating high protein meals? Are you eating lean meals and natural foods instead of processed foods? Number 3, sleeping, right? So sleeping. So number 3, when it comes to sleep, do you have a consistent sleep schedule? Are you waking up early and sleeping early? Or are you waking up late and sleeping late? It is very important for you to have a consistent sleep schedule, because sleep is probably 80%. It dictates 80% of your energy levels for that day. If you're staying up until 3 a.m. and waking up at 2, you're not going to get anything done. Okay? So it is very important that you have the 3 fundamentals. That's it. I won't give you a million here, okay? Eat, sleep, and move. If you can master these 3 fundamentals, that already gets you into a high performance state. That gives you the energy that you need to achieve your goals. On top of that, I'm going to add one more, okay? And that is discipline, okay? This word that you guys can't read because my writing is terrible is discipline, okay? So I'm gonna add one more. If you can master these 4 areas, you're good to go. Now, why do I mention discipline? Because ultimately, just so like we talked about, if you have the beliefs, you have the skills, but you don't have the discipline to work on your business, to work on your business idea, to put aside 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day to build the future that you desire, well, I'm sorry, my friend, but obviously nothing's going to happen for you, right? The only way that you can change your future is by changing what you're doing right now, right? I think there was a saying by Einstein that said, doing the same thing every single day and expecting different results is the definition of insanity, right? If you're doing the same thing today that you've been doing over the last 2 years and you expect that magically one day things are going to get better, how? How are they going to get better? What's your plan? Right? You need to have a proper plan in place. The amount of people that I speak to every single day that are interested in entrepreneurship, that want to build a business and tell me that I've, been working at this job for 7 years and I have no time to spend with my kids, and I see them growing up and they're growing up in a society that is inconducive to Islamic values, and I can't really take the time to raise them and instill in them the values that I want, and I can't be there for them, and I can't be there for my spouse, and I can't do the things that I want to do. And I'm like, all right, well, what's your plan to change that? Right? They don't have a plan. Well, let's build a business. Let's get you that freedom that you need. Let's get you out of that job that's taking up 80 hours of your week. And let's make sure that you have the lifestyle that is conducive to the life that you want to live, right? With that freedom, with that ability to spend time with your kids, with that ability to raise them the way that you want, with the ability to make the impact that you want, to spend time on ibadah just like you want, right? But that's going to require you to have a plan and have the discipline to then put that plan into action, right? Action is most important, not motivation, discipline, and action. And so I want to keep this short and sweet, guys. These are the 3 gates to achieve your goals. I promise you that if you open this gate, okay, the beliefs, then you open this gate, the skills, and then you open this gate, the traits, it's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time before you get to where you need to be. So I hope this video was encouraging. I hope this video really helps you understand what you need. This is almost a mini masterclass. You can probably watch this video and ignore all the other videos on this channel. And if you just took the time to apply this, then you will succeed, inshallah. If you are interested in building a profitable and halal online business, you want to get our help in doing so in our mentorship, I will include a link to a free training that we filmed recently that goes into our business model, why we focus on specifically coaching and consulting and online programs, and really what has been the best business model that we've leveraged over the last 3 years to help over 100 Muslims launch businesses in 100 different industries. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, the link will be in the video below. But regardless, let me know in the comments how you appreciated this video, how you enjoyed it, and please let me know if you benefited from these lessons, if you had any aha moments, and I will see you in the next one, guys. All right, take care. Assalamu'alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.